I really hope Commissioner Khumalo hasn't forgotten his questions. I know took a bit of a detour. My apologies.
Tensions are rising over the controversial appointment of Brigadier Mokwele. The issue has now taken centre stage as Madlanga Commissioner Attorney Sandile Khumalo directly challenges IDAC Head Attorney Andrea Johnson, demanding answers about how and why the appointment was made. For some background, the Independent Directorate Against Corruption, IDAC, was established to strengthen accountability and restore public confidence by ensuring appointments and investigations are conducted fairly and transparently. Now, serious questions are being raised about whether the appointment of Brigadier Mokwele followed the correct legal procedures or if due process was overlooked. Welcome back to MVR Amaze NSI TV News. And as always, kindly smash the subscribe button, like, and share this video so you never miss the latest developments. This heated confrontation is fueling concerns over transparency, accountability, and the integrity of the appointment process. Will Attorney Andrea Johnson provide convincing answers, or will this controversy deepen even further? Stay with us because this story is far from over. I'll be giving my full analysis at the end, so don't go anywhere.
I really hope Commissioner Khumalo hasn't forgotten his questions. I know took a bit of a detour. My apologies.
It's not a detour because we're still dealing with 25.1, which is where you were. Advocate Johnson, 25.1 of your original statement to the Commission. You say there manipulation of recruitment processes, appointment of persons without suitable qualifications. I think because you had not seen the national instruction, we can accept that you don't know what the processes are because they are set out in that national instruction.
I accept that.
Is that fair?
That is fair.
Yes. Now, let's look at the suitable qualification. What suitable qualification do you say Ms. Mokwele did not have when she was appointed to this role? What is that suitable qualification that you say she did not have?
I would have to have sight of the, I can't tell you off my head, I'd have to have sight of the advert.
Go to file 2, page 178.
File 2. Sir.
Can you please flight it?
And because Commissioner Khumalo seems to know all the pages.
No, it's file 2, page 178.
I am there.
Yes, so
I would have
those
to read
are,
it.
if you look at item 3.2.
Yes,
on
I
that
have gone
page.
through that one.
So that is the position in question.
Yes.
Do you see that in bullet 1, it requires that the person must have at least a 3-year degree or diploma?
In policing, public administration,
Yes, and then it
management
says
law, etc.
in policing or public administration or criminology or intelligence or electrical or mechanical engineering. Do you see that? Or did IDAC stop at policing and say?
No, I'm reading as you, yes. And I don't know her qualifications, but the fact that you point me to that means they must be there.
Stop there, Advocate Johnson. You don't know her qualifications.
I know she has, it was called megatronics.
Do you know what her qualifications are?
Not all her qualifications, no.
So why do you make a statement under oath to say she's not suitable for this position if you don't know what her qualifications are? Why do you make a statement to this commission to say the big picture will show that she doesn't have qualifications? Can I ask that they be flighted so that we can look at them? Can we go to 270 on the same file? Are you there?
Yes.
So that's a degree in engineering, industrial engineering. Do you see that?
I see that.
So already she meets the qualification. Now go to the next page on 271.
I see that.
Are you there?
I am there.
Now that's a diploma in mecha, not mega, mechatronics. Now, what is the relevance of that? That is the core description of this role. If you go back to the advert on 176, you will see that the core functions, what crime intelligence was looking for, is exactly this qualification. Because the description of the role tells you that they want somebody who's qualified in mechanics and electronics and all of those. Do you see those?
I see that,
Yes.
Commissioner.
Now, from 270, I don't want to show her matric certificate.
No,
It's not
yes.
fair to Ms. Mokwele, but it's on 272. Please don't flight it. It's quite clear that this is somebody who is very bright. I must say this to you. Before I saw these files, the picture painted in my head was that crime intelligence appointed a receptionist from BMW. That's the picture I had in my head. Until I saw these files, then it became clear to me that this person is not just qualified, but her qualification exceeds the requirements. Now, from 273, which we can flight, it's about 12 certificates that I've counted. Because one of the requirements was that you must be familiar with computers, you must be familiar with finance, you must be familiar with how the public service works. So there's a series of them. I counted about 12. Cybersecurity being one of them on page 281. There's about 12. We don't have to look at all 12 of
Yes.
them, otherwise
I'm
it
just
will
quickly
take
browsing.
the whole day. Now, having seen all of this, do you stand by what is stated in 25.1 of your affidavit that she does not have the suitable qualifications?
So she has must have at least 3 years, an applicable postgraduate qualification, relevant in middle management, learning programs, must have a minimum period of 3 years appropriate managerial experience in the field of the post. For me, the only one, I'm not disputing what you're asking me. I just want to...
Are you saying she's not bilingual and she doesn't have a driver's license?
No, no.
Because those are some of the requirements.
No.
Do you want to dispute those?
No, must have a
So
minimum...
what do you say? What is the qualification that you say in 25.1 of your affidavit that she doesn't have? What
Must
is that
have a minimum
qualification?
period of 3 years appropriate managerial experience in the field of the post.
Is that a qualification? Experience is a qualification.
No, it was just a requirement.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
your
In terms of-
affidavit says she does not have the
In
qualifications.
terms of the documents that I now have sight of, that is incorrect.
It is incorrect what is stated in your
It
affidavit.
is incorrect.
She does have the qualifications.
She does have the qualification.
Now, what your investigators have done in their affidavit to the court, they have said Ms. Mokwele does not have 7 years senior management experience, and therefore she does not qualify. Now show me on 179
It doesn't say so.
where it says you need 7 years senior management experience.
It does not say so in
And
this.
that is the basis for IDAC targeting this female person and subjecting her to criminal proceedings and humiliation. What the advert says is that you must have appropriate management experience. Where does one find a definition of appropriate management experience? Where does one find that? It's in the national instruction. It's in the definition section of the national instruction. And this is what the national instruction says. You must have experience above the level of a supervisor. That's all that was required. If Ms. Mokwele met those requirements, then she complied with the minimum requirements according to the advert. In her application for this position, she lists all those. She goes further and she says, I'm studying for my MBA. Are you aware of that?
No, I haven't gone through her affidavit.
Did you see her application for this job?
No.
Now, if you have not seen her application for this job, how can you make a recommendation, as you did in your prosecution memo, that she must be charged with fraud and this many other things? What fraud has she committed? According to the investigation, let's not go to what the court will decide.
Yes.
I don't want to get into what the charge sheet says.
Yes.
We limit ourselves to investigation that leads to arrests and charges. What
Correct.
fraud has Ms. Mokwele committed that justifies you recommending to the DPP that she must be charged with fraud and state capture and all of those things?
Again, I relied on the briefing from my team, and it's going to go back to what counsel had asked me, that I trusted them implicitly. I now see that the facts as I may have received them then, and I'd have to go back and look at it, were incorrect.
And they misled the court in many respects because the impression they created was that the panel just did as it pleases. I want to take you to 3 documents that illustrate that above the panel, there was senior HR and people at general level who supervised the work of the panel. We're going to start on page 200, same file.
I am there, Commissioner.
Are you there?
I am there.
I'm going to challenge you before we go to, you described Ms. Mokwele's appointment as a token appointment. It's an unfair statement to make, having not seen her CV, having not seen her qualifications. Can you please in this commission withdraw the statement that her appointment is a token appointment? It is an insulting thing to say.
I would have to go further than to withdraw. I would have to apologize that that statement was made.
Yes. Because it's one thing to say an appointment is irregular.
Yes.
It's quite another to say it's a token appointment.
Yes. I base it on what I was given, but I accept, having gone through this file, that the word unsuitable is unsuitable, and that the word token is wholly inappropriate.
Sorry to interrupt you. Let's look at page 200. what page 200 and 201 reflect is that there was a proposal that a panel be constituted. And that proposal or recommendation had to be approved by the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection. But also if you go to 201, you will see that Acting National Commissioner Support Services, Lieutenant General Nkua,
Yes.
approved it.
Correct.
So IDAC must accept that somebody higher than General Khumalo approved the appointment of this panel. Okay, now let's go to the shortlisting itself and the shortlisted candidates on page 222. Sorry, it starts on 221.
I am there, Commissioner.
So what you have here is a request for approval once candidates have been shortlisted. There's a request for approval, and if you look at the paragraph 2, the second bullet point. Are you there?
I am there.
Do you see that is the post section head, technical support services?
Correct.
Now, do you see that somebody higher than the panel actually went through the list of shortlisted candidates and examined whether each of them qualified to go through the interviews? Because in respect of that one candidate, they make it clear that here the requirements are not met and therefore this person cannot be shortlisted. Do you see that? Maybe take your time and just read paragraph 2.1.
I see that one.
And then 2.2.
I see that one.
And you can assume that the next page, paragraph 2.3 to paragraph 4,
Will
are
have-
along the same lines. But look at paragraph 4 before we go to 223.
Sorry, paragraph 4.
Paragraph 4 on 222. It emphasizes the need to comply with the relevance policy prescripts. Do you see that?
I see that.
So SAPS looks at these things. At a level above the panel, there is somebody who's reviewing the work of the panel to satisfy themselves that the panel is complying with the prescripts. And then you go to 223. Do you see that the approval is granted?
Sorry, 223.
223, Lieutenant General Nkua,
Yes.
Human Resource Management, grants the approval. And you need to read that with paragraph 2. So you must go back to 221. I'm going to read it into the record. Approval is hereby granted for the selection panels to proceed with the assessment of the shortlisted candidates for the post, which with due regard to the content of paragraphs below. Do you see that?
I see that.
So within SAPS, there was all that approval. And then we must now, I suppose, go to the national instruction. I won't read the paragraphs into the record. I will just draw your attention to the relevant paragraphs that one must look at when one assesses whether Ms. Mokwele or the panel have done anything wrong.
Sorry, Commissioner, I just need to find my document.
Help is on its way. Somebody's there to help you.
I'm told Commissioner Baloyi took it back.
Yes, Commissioner had given me a copy.
No, just go to file 3. We had
File-
located, I think, page 706.
Please give to Modia.
File?
Welcome back to MVR Mazansai TV News, and as always, kindly smash the subscribe button, like, and share this video. Stay with us until the end because I will give my analysis on this developing story. This is not the only thing she revealed. She also made several other explosive claims that are raising serious questions about how this investigation was handled. To understand why this matters, here's a bit of background. Earlier this year, allegations involving senior police officials and the handling of investigations sparked widespread public debate. Now the controversy has taken another dramatic turn. Johnson has now conceded that the January statement still contains factual conclusions and that there are no legal grounds to withdraw or dismiss those findings. Even more significantly, it has been revealed that investigators allegedly failed to follow SAPS National Instruction 11 of 2017, a key directive designed to ensure investigations are conducted lawfully, fairly, and according to proper procedures. If these claims are confirmed, they could have major implications for the credibility of the investigation and may fuel even more demands for accountability. What do you think? Is this evidence of serious procedural failures, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to stay until the end for my full analysis.
Of people who must be investigated. Is it not at this juncture you revisit that decision and you say, now that the issues are clarified, I'm happy that the referral in its totality now is complete and grounds have been advanced. I can only support charges relating to manipulation of promotional and security vetting processes.
So, on my reading
Yes.
of paragraph 2, what it says is that an investigation can go ahead to determine whether or not there is veracity in the claims made in paragraph 2.
You said Mr. Adams. No, Mr. Adams can instruct you to.
No, I didn't say Mr. I'm saying that the information herein is, for me, these are the allegations as they are now being made out a bit more clearer. These allegations should be investigated, whether or not they support his allegation or not. It is at that juncture, counsel, that one is able to make a conclusive decision to then stop that process, because there are allegations being made. If they are not followed up, we could have been accused of not having conducted further investigation. That is just my assessment of where we are.
Advocate Johnson, you remember your and my engagement of yesterday about factual conclusions that are lacking in factual substratum supporting the factual conclusions.
Yes, Chair.
I will suggest this to you. I see the content of paragraph 2 to yet again make factual conclusions, which to my mind are not different in substance to the factual conclusions we dealt with yesterday.
Understand?
And do you agree?
I agree.
So I do not see the basis on which you would, based on this affidavit, have come to the conclusion that now there is enough for an investigation to be conducted. If you accept that these are factual conclusions that are not supported by factual allegations that support the conclusions. So I do not see how you get to the answer you gave to Ms. Silolo.
Chair, that was just my reading and understanding of it. And I indicated I see this for the first time today.
Yeah.
However,
But,
I follow the sequence of the reasoning that is made by the chair. And
Do you agree with the suggestion
I
I'm
agree
making?
with your suggestion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Can I just
Yes.
draw to Advocate Johnson's attention? Advocate Johnson, appointments to senior management at SAPS level are governed by National Instruction 11 of 2017. And it appears to me that IDAC is not even familiar with this national instruction, because when Colonel Padayaki was here, he struggled to give answers in relation to this document. Yet this is the document that governs every step in the appointment of individuals such as the brigadier we're talking about here. And clause 17 of this document, I hope it has been provided to you, the national instruction. I see the attorneys seem to have stepped out, but it's National Instruction 11 of 2017. I had asked that a copy be made for you. Maybe this is. The second last page, clause 15. Just look at the first page first.